Going to continue along these lines. Avoiding the flu this year is more important than ever. COVID-19 is still a threat to lives, and because it puts more of a burden on our healthcare system. Here to talk about how she's handling the upcoming season, much more, is Heyward, Donigan, CEO of Rite Aid. I guess dread isn't the right word. I mean, 2020 has just been one thing after another, Heyward, but we're certainly aware that flu season is going to be problematic if COVID is still prevalent. How is Rite Aid taking steps to try to manage that situation for all of us?
Well, it certainly is one thing after another. The good news is flu is something familiar to us. In fact, we do 2.4 million flu shots, or distributed 2.4 million flu shots last year. We're anticipating a significant surge in the need for flu shots and the desire to get flu shots this year. In fact, only 40% of Americans got flu shots last year. The recommendation now from the CDC is that 80% of Americans really need to get a flu shot this year, because you don't want to get the flu and COVID. Plus, it's going to be confusing to know whether you had the flu or COVID. Luckily, we, among others, are doing both flu tests and COVID tests. And so you can find out, which is which. But the best thing to do is not get the flu in the first place. And while the flu shot isn't 100%, it doesn't prevent 100% of all flu cases. It significantly helps. Last year, it was very effective. So we highly encourage everyone to get flu shots. We are donning all of our personal protective gear to keep you safe, and we're already seeing a lot of flu activity. But certainly, flu and COVID is not going to be a pretty picture.
Heyward, a day doesn't go by where we don't report on new technology or new tests, whether it's a saliva test or a 5-minute test. You must need a whole department studying the progress being made on COVID-19 testing to understand which one is going to be best for you to order in bulk for the coming flu season. Where do you stand right now? Has the decision been made?
Well, right now, we were the early tester. We were actually the first test up in America to do the COVID testing, and a lot has changed since then. So the original test that we did, which we don't do anymore, was the one that goes way up into your brain and is pretty painful. I've had it. We don't do that one anymore. Now we offer free tests for anyone who is asymptomatic or symptomatic. It is free. It is not painful. It is just purely a swab that you go around your nostril, both nostrils. It is administered through our drive-through test site. Our average turnaround has been 2.6 days for many, many weeks now. So we are very rapid. We say 2 to 7 days is really what you should count on, but it has been about 2.6 days. It's pain-free and it's free, and you do it through the drive-through. So it is not even, there's no contact. And that right now is the cheapest, most reliable, most effective, and fastest way really in any case to get your testing done. Now, you're right, we have a whole team of people looking at, what are the rapid tests going to look like in the future, saliva testing, point of care testing, home testing, all of that is something that we're looking at and something that we'll be on top of and hope to distribute in our retail stores. But for now, we really think this is a great solution for most Americans, and it's free and it's painless.